Hey guys, John here. I just got like a really wild 45 EP, and I just want to tell you about it because it's just absolutely killer. It's one of the greatest records I have. I just got it today, but I guess how I explain it, it's a little tricky. But in 1969, Bob Dylan did a Rolling Stone interview, Rolling Stone magazine, and they asked him, "Hey Bob, what new bands and new songs you're listening to and you're digging these days?" And he said, "I really like this song by Johnny Thunder called 'I'm Alive.' And have you ever heard of it?" And the interviewer said, "No, I never heard of it." He says, "That's it. Nobody's ever heard this song." But Johnny Thunder was a guy, late 50s rocker, kind of like not wild or anything, but like almost like a chubby. He reminds me a bit like Chubby Checker, and he did like a little rock soul kind of popish sound. His famous song was "Loop De Loop." He was on the Diamond label, and there's just one record I have. He's not the greatest, but pretty cool cat. And when I was a kid, my parents didn't have a lot of records, but they had a record with Johnny Thunder on it, and I remember his picture. And then years later, when I got into the New York Dolls, and it was with Johnny Thunders, and I said, I always wonder, like, did he not know there was like another artist with the same name, or I mean, obviously he knew, but at the time as a kid, I didn't know. But anyway, Johnny Thunder in 1969 cut this wild single on a small time label called "I'm Alive," and it's like fuzzed out, psych, almost garage, 60s soul, killer song, and it's very rare. The single goes for $80 to $200, whatever it goes for, and where am I going with this? Well, anyway, I stumbled across, and it was just too wild to hit the charts and catch on here. But I stumbled across, it was on an EP that came out in Iran. Iran in '69 during the Shah. And, Iran was it was a free, not a free country like America, but they had freedoms, and women could vote and you could wear skirts. If you ever look up the old pictures of Iran under the Shah, they had bars and drinking and cars and everything. It was like a European country. And after the revolution, it all changed in '79. But to think this song was released in Iran, and it's like too wild for America in '69, but it came out in '69 in Iran. Well, anyway, I scored this EP. I had to order it from Turkey, and there's the packaging, man. It came from Turkey, and it's an EP, a 4-song EP that is just unbelievable. It's here you go. So we got Johnny Thunder doing "I'm Alive," a guy named James Bobby, and it's got the Equals, which is Eddie Grant's first band from Electric Avenue. One of my favorite bands, not favorite bands, but I love the Equals. British kind of mod meets reggae, late '60s band, killer band. But there's a song I don't know by them called "Honeycomb." I think it's a deep album track or B-side. It's not on the comps I have. I don't have all that stuff or anything, but really great band. And then the Tremolos, who, I don't know, 60s kind of weak poppy band, but they became the Trems in like 1973 and put out, I think, 2 glam rock singles. I got one of the singles, and they were like heavy glam rock, and then I think they went back to the Tremolos. And anyway, so this was put out in here's the label. It's called Top 4, and if you could see this, I guess I can't see it. Can you see? Sorry guys, but I need you to see. Focus in, baby. It says Tehran, Iran. So I got a record from Iran, and they got the other ones, the others of the series, and it's just crazy stuff. One series is there's a 4-track one with Rufus Thomas do the Funky Chicken, and with Donovan Barabajagal, and then Diana Ross and the Temptations doing Uptight, and then Norman Greenbaum doing Spirit in the Sky, all on one record. So that's like a crazy mix, and this is kind of a crazy mix. But I got a great Equal song, and I got the unbelievable Johnny Thunder, and then this James Bobby. This is the killer. James Bobby. Why it's called James Bobby, I don't know, but this is Rosie Greer doing a soul number, and it's actually one of his rarest soul numbers called Come On Cupid, and it's good, straight up late 60s soul. And it's Rosie Greer. If you're from another country, you don't know who Rosie Greer is, but us Americans know Rosie Greer is a mega celebrity. He was a football star for the Giants and in the Rams. Big defensive end, I think. He was big defensive end, and he was already retired before I was born. But he went on to become a bodyguard for Bobby Kennedy, and he was there when Bobby Kennedy got assassinated, running for president, and Rosie Greer tackled the guy and grabbed the gun. And he did a bunch of movies. He was in like Kojak, Scooby-Doo. I think he was in Scooby-Doo, Love Boat, and like all these TV shows. And his best appearances in the Thing with Two Heads with Ray Milland, Rosie Greer. Ray Milland had his head surgically implanted on the Rosie Greer's body, so they had two heads, and they were fighting each other, a black guy and a white guy, and it's a cinematography masterpiece. If you haven't seen the Thing with Two Heads, actually 5-star movie. It's just crazy movie. But so in Iran, I got this Rosie Greer, Johnny Thunder. You know, I'm just boggled that I have this from Iran. And this is the label, top 4, no, T4, what's it say? Yeah, it says top 4. And there's that, and it's in really good shape. And then it's got a price tag, if you could see this, or a stamp, like I don't know if it's a custom stamp or what it is, but it's got the old the lion with the sword and the sun. And that's the old Iranian flag, the symbol, you know, before the Ayatollah took over. You know, they changed the flag to a more Muslim flag. But this is just a little sticker. It's a little thing. It could come off, but I don't want that to come off because that's vintage. And I feel like I have an artifact of, like, Western civilization from Iran. And, like, we're going to put this track on, I'm Alive, because it just blares rock and roll and freedom and rebelliousness, if that's even a word. But it's so killer with the fuzz and everything. And I don't even know if this is legit, if this is like they license these songs cheap to these crummy pressing plants in Iran, or if it's a bootleg. But what I did notice is the tremolos is misspelled. They dropped the E, so it just says OS instead of OES at the end. And it says come in home, baby. And I think it's come on home is it proper. But we're going to listen to I'm Alive to the people. Yeah, I'm going to dedicate it to the people of Iran. And I'm pulling for your freedom. And this is unbelievable. This came from your country. And another thing I noticed, I think it was off of a tape or a second generation tape that they made the master from, because I feel just on the I'm Alive song, I feel a little, not tape warble, but a little volume inflection, which is a little weird, but it's all fuzzed up anyway. It doesn't matter, but I am thrilled to have this. Oh, I could have queued it up better. Dig this song, man.
No piece of metal, y'all.
That's an absolutely killer track, man. Nuts. And Rosie Greer. But I'm gonna let it go. This is one record and I'm already over 11 minutes. Let's hear his voice. Alright, man, I scored. See ya.